In this video, we will show you how to replace your vehicle's alternator on this Ford F-150. This will be mounted along the driver's side front of your engine. Let's get into it. Okay friend, let's get started on our job. The first thing we want to do is make our way over to the battery and disconnect the negative battery terminal. We'll be doing that by loosening this 10mm nut right along the side of the terminal end here. We don't need to fully remove the nut, you just want to have it loose so you can remove the terminal end from the battery. A quick inspection. We'll set that aside so it's making no contact. Now if you were to look just right down along the driver's side of the engine compartment, along the front of the engine, you're going to find your alternator. And you're also going to find your serpentine belt. We have to remove the serpentine belt from the area so we can remove the alternator. Before you remove the serpentine belt, just have a quick peek at the routing. You can see that the belt makes its way around the alternator, goes up and over your water pump pulley over here in the top center, makes its way down and around that tensioner, and then eventually making its way around the crank, all the way back up to that alternator. Now to start removing the serpentine belt, we're going to be using a 14mm wrench. You could also use a serpentine belt tool. Come right down onto the bolt on that tensioner. Now for this, we're going to tug up on this, pulling it counterclockwise, releasing tension from the belt and removing the belt from the area. Now as you remove the belt, you want to give it a thorough inspection. If it looks like it's dry rotted and cracked or damaged in any way, you want to replace it. This belt is still in great condition. We will be reusing it. Now let's focus on the alternator itself. We're going to start disconnecting the wiring harnesses. For the first wiring harness, you want to go ahead and remove the protective boot. Just underneath it, you're going to find a 13mm mounting nut. Go ahead and take hold of that wire and remove it from the alternator. Once you do have it removed, a quick inspection for corrosion and we'll set that aside. Now let's move along to the next wiring harness. For this one, it has a small squeezable tab. That's the locking tab. Go ahead and squeeze it in and pull it out of place. Of course, a quick inspection for corrosion. Now let's move along to the alternator hardware. For this, we're going to be using a 15mm for each of these. Up along the top, you have a stud with a 15mm mounting nut. And down along the bottom, you're going to find that you have a 15mm mounting bolt. We'll start with the upper mounting nut. Sometimes when you attempt to remove this nut, the entire stud will come out with it. That's okay. Just a quick inspection of that, and since the stud came out, we're going to reinstall the stud, just a couple threads here. Continuing on down to the lower mounting hardware, once again we're using a 15mm for this as well. Now we're going to continue on with a pry bar and a rubber mallet. We need to try separating the lower aspect of the alternator from its mounting point. Typically this will just pivot off towards the driver's side. Just put my pry bar gently up against this ear here. We'll start rocking this out of position. All right, we have movement from the bottom. Continuing on, we're going to remove the alternator from along the top stud here. Now, since our stud came out with that mounting nut up along the top, we're just going to remove the stud. But typically for this, you can pivot the alternator and slide it forward off of the stud if the stud is still installed. There it is, friend. With the alternator out of the vehicle, before we install the brand new one, let's clean and inspect the mounting points. Up along the top area here, you should have a small stud. You would want to go ahead and clean up the threaded area. Our stud did come out, so I'm just going to clean up the mounting point for that stud. I've already cleaned the stud itself as far as the threading's concerned. I did that with a wire wheel. Just a quick inspection there. The lower mounting point looks like it has some oil and miscellaneous debris on it. I'm going to use some parts cleaner here. The main areas that you want to focus is the port where the mounting bolt goes through, and of course both of the mating surfaces. There's one surface along the front and one surface along the back where the alternator ears will fit up against. Now let's clean the wire. We want to make sure we clean both sides of the mating surface here so we have good contact. I'm just going to use some fine sandpaper. Just make sure it's not rotted and weak and it's definitely no corrosion on there. That feels good. Now, since my upper stud did come out, I went ahead and I cleaned up both sides of the threaded portions here. And I applied some blue thread locker on the side that's going to go into the mounting bracket. You can see it right up along here. We want to make sure when installing the stud, assuming yours did come out, you're using the side with the smaller portion of threads going into the bracket, and the area with the larger portion of threads would be where the alternator is going to mount onto. We'll start this in by hand and snug it up with a 7mm socket. Okay, right there is where it bottomed out. I'm just going to take it a little bit further here, confirming it's properly secured. Okay, friend, let's prepare to install our brand new alternator. We'll make sure we have it in the proper orientation. Along the bottom, you should have the two ears here. And on the top, we have the area for that one mounting stud to slide through. We'll start getting this in position by aligning it with the mounting stud, press it up against the bracket, and then swing it down for the lower mounting hardware. Careful not to drop that. Let's start on the upper mounting nut while we're here. Now it's time for the lower mounting bolt. When installing the mounting bolt, you may find that you have to rock the alternator one direction or the other to get it properly aligned with its mounting bracket. Now, of course, we're going to start that mounting bolt in by hand. We have the hardware started. Go ahead and snug it up. The torque for each of these is 35 foot-pounds. All that's torqued. Let's continue on to our two wiring harnesses. We'll start with the lower connector, take that one, align it, press it in, listen for a click, a light tug to confirm it's properly secured. That one's tight. Let's move along to the upper one. For this one, we've already cleaned the mounting surfaces. We'll just go ahead and get it in position, start on the mounting nut, snug it up. The torque for the mounting nut is 150 inch-pounds, not foot-pounds. Make sure the boot isn't stuck underneath there when you install this. My torque wrench. Protect the area with its protective boot. Go ahead and slide it right on over that. Now it's going to be time to install the serpentine belt. As you remember, during the removal process, I told you to take note of the routing. When installing the belt, we'll make sure we have it in the same exact routing. The belt needs to go over some pulleys and under others. Also, as far as the ribbing of the belt, you want to make sure it's sitting properly inside of each one of the grooves. If you're off by even one tooth, it can cause an issue with the belt or other damage. Now at this point, I have it over most of the pulleys. I'm waiting on the alternator. We'll have to continue on with that tensioner, turning that center mounting bolt counterclockwise, releasing pressure from the belt so we can slide this into position. Now let's have a look down at this area where the belt goes onto the alternator pulley. You can see the belt is sitting off by one tooth here, just as I mentioned. We want to be extremely careful and check each one of the pulleys to confirm that this is not happening. It needs to sit perfectly on each one of the pulleys. Okay, that feels good. A common area to have an issue with the belt could be around that crank pulley. It's all the way down at the bottom and it's fairly hard to see, especially on the bottom end there. That looks good. Now it's time to install our negative battery terminal. We'll take this and get it in position, slide it all the way down onto the battery, and tighten our 10mm mounting nut. Okay, right there's bottomed out, just a tiny bit further here. Double check, make sure it's properly secured. Okay friend, we finished the installation of our alternator. The next thing you need to do is make your way into the passenger compartment. Start up the vehicle, let it run for approximately 5 seconds and turn it right back off. Triple check the belt to make sure it's properly seated all the way around each one of the pulleys. After that, go ahead and close the hood and take your vehicle for a road test testing the functionality. Thanks for watching.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.